Well, tomorrow, former special counsel Robert Mueller will answer questions under oath more than 2 years after he started the investigation into Russian interference in the 2016 election. He will testify before Congress. WBZ political analyst John Keller is here with a look at what to watch for. And do you expect to see fireworks tomorrow, John?
Paula, I don't. I suppose anything could happen, but I don't think so. The dream scenario for the Democrats here is for Mueller to somehow give a green light for impeachment. I don't see that happening. And Republicans want to paint Mueller as part of this partisan coup attempt. I don't think that nonsense is going to go far. However, do get ready for a sober lawyer's description of what went on.
The cyber threat has evolved significantly over the past decade.
What can you expect from Mueller's long-awaited testimony?
So you have no collusion, no obstruction, and yet it goes on.
The Democrats want to stick a fork in this often-repeated spin on Mueller's report from the president and his attorney general.
They repeatedly said the investigation found no collusion and no obstruction, and that it totally exonerated the president. Each of those three statements is simply not true.
Mueller will be prodded to repeat key sentences from his report. That, quote, a statement that the investigation did not establish particular facts does not mean there was no evidence of those facts. And, quote, if we had confidence after a thorough investigation of the facts that the president did not commit obstruction of justice, we would so state. However, we are unable to reach that judgment.
The Russian witch hunt.
Look for the Republicans to promote their theory of a deep state plot to destroy the Trump presidency, an effort that might prompt a bit of backlash from the notoriously buttoned-down Mueller.
You're asking questions about details of the investigation. I'd be happy to take
that. Is not a detail about the investigation. That took place prior to the investigation started.
May I please finish?
Now, there's a risk that both sides could overplay their hand and give open-minded voters a reason to just shrug the whole thing off as a partisan circus. This almost always happens with these congressional hearings.
That's what a lot of observers thought about the Benghazi hearings. So what do you think will be the long-term political effect?
Well, I think the best answer to that question is to look at the Democratic presidential race and see how little these candidates are really talking about Russia anymore. Sure. It's kind of baked into the cake at this point. I don't see much impact, but we'll see.
All right, John Keller, thanks so much. And we'll have live coverage of some of Mueller's testimony tomorrow morning in a special report right here on WBZ. And you can also watch it on CBSBoston.com.